I can see that you are people of faith, judged by your appearance. Our faiths may be different, but that has nothing to do with why I'm here. We pray to a God, and He is with us. I did not kill one of your kin, and that was never my intention. I am here, and I can be your friend.
One of them opens his mouth a little bit, taking a deep breath. Have you reached them? Have you provoked them? It's hard to tell. Give me a charisma plus persuasion. I mean, you're not making it easy for you, but it might as well, provoke them, that you invoke faith, as it might be quieting them. So yeah, it's gonna be challenging.
We'll see. I get 3 successes.
One of them stands up from squatting, looking straight into your face. If you want to make this right, you take up the faith. If you want to make this right, you convert. Huh?
Do you have anything for me to read? I will read it.
Yeah, one of them is moving back towards his cell. Yeah, I'm gonna get my Quran. And then one of the Sikhs just... No! Fuck. You know what this is about, right? Okay. We've been trying to get the Gita at the library. It's fucking impossible. You want to help us? Start getting the chapel proper interfaith, yeah? I mean, what do you think? What do you think it's like for us? I mean, there's a... You know about Bradford? You know how many Sikhs are in Bradford? If you want to make up for shit, get us a Gita, huh?
They refuse for you to exercise your faith?
None equipped, no?
Huh.
But you and me, we're not done. This guy, this stupid fucker, he break ranks. So I gotta talk to you.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, depending on decision, I'm not a priest. I'm not a guru. If my guru tells me to cut you, I will cut you. Huh?
Same goes for me. Maybe we have an understanding.
We do. Give me the Gita or I'll cut you. And then he turns around, starts walking slowly away. And his friend, slightly bigger than him, it turns out, as he gets up, stretches. His turban is a head higher than you. He just shakes his head and just goes. He just lobs a fat green one right on your pant leg. You can feel your heart thump, 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 thump. But it's out of your face. You're a cell door in front of you.
I stand there for a second, gathering my cool. Take a breath. Is this how it's gonna be? Is this nothing? This is nothing. Let them make the distance away from me. And then I go in.
Just as you go in, you see Lint, the madman, staring at you. Gives you a sharp little nod, like he's not really sure what to make of your interaction. Not really sure, but no hate there. No hate there. And then you hear the first shouts from far over by the center of the radial. First shout stops going out. Bang up! Bang up! Bang up! Bang up! The first door on this wing is starting to be shut. You hear the rattling of keys and the voices of the screws as they come out of their cages and start coming up the landings. And, to your cells, all prisoners, to your cell doors! It is lockup time, lockup time! Bang up, bang up!
What a depressive job, I think to myself, as I look up inside the cell before I enter it.
Yeah, you look into the little window. There's curtains in there. That's nice. That's nice. There's a guy on the lower bunk of the double bunk bed screwed to the floor. He's got blonde hair, it's hanging in front of his face, and he's skinny like a skeleton. He just sits there. Yep, this is your cell, and this is your cellmate. Most of the prisoners are just not listening at all to the bang-up signs. They just continuing the conversation they were having, sharing a last smoke, sealing the deal. There's a lot of shoulder banging. There's some hugging and cheerful chin-chin, see it bara, and so on.
Right before Paul goes in, I just want to put a hand on his shoulder, but not like as a spooky scare hand, but like a little, like, I gotcha. Because I can't follow him inside there.
I mean, you can, but you're gonna be locked up.
No, I can't. I won't. I don't dare. If I fall asleep, I will lose my concentration. No, I can't. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Fuck, he's got a cellmate. It doesn't look like much of a cellmate, but there would be a witness, yes.
Yeah.
I feel the hand, and you see a slight twitch on my face. And then I nod, as if to the air, and move in.
The door opens. For a moment, there's an opening where you could step in, but then it closes, and the screws are coming this way.
No.
Yeah, time to get out, unless you want to be locked in here.
No.
At least in the middle of the radial, there's plenty of broom closets and shit. If you don't manage to get out, it's not always simple, you know, to get out.
It's not. I got a plan, but to execute it, I need to get out. So I start backing away a little.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing if I can I pass Francis' cell and just check on him and see how he's faring?
The screws haven't gotten to this end of the landing yet, so there's maybe have 5-10 minutes to check on him.
Yeah, then I will move and just check on him as well.
Meanwhile, Paul, you're in the cell. It's fucking disgusting. It is completely bare, no attempt even at decoration. This little shitty table nailed to the floor. There's a couple of shelves that seem to be molded plastic stuck on the wall. The walls are dirty. There's dried spit on them. Who God knows what else. The bedding on your cellmate's bed is just a fucking mess. You can see there's strips having been torn out of the bedding. It's just shit. There's little crumpled pieces of toilet paper and newspapers all over the floor. It's a fucking mess. Whatever personal possession this guy has, he seems to have torn to shreds or just not cared about bringing. There's a package on the top bunk containing the linen, stuff like that. Also a see-through plastic bag with like all the air taken out of it, so it's like a vacuum bag that has compressed the pillows and beddings into a little wad of possible comfort. Then you see it, or rather hear it. He's fucking crying on the bed. You're still standing there with your plastic bag in your arms.
Hey. I put my things up on the bed and I stand there with the hands leaning against it, looking down at him.
He looks up quickly. Big brown eyes. Wet from tears. His face is streaked. It's kind of dirty. Hair hanging in lumps. He's not good. He's not good, this fellow. I'm Broadly Mosley. Can I do something for you?
Mosley.
What are you here for? What can I do for you?
You seem popular among people.
I just try to stick to myself. That's all. It's like I get nothing against you. Nothing at all. Just trying to stick to myself. That's all. Fuck, I shouldn't be in here. Okay, I shouldn't really be.
Hey, Mosley.
Yeah.
Do you believe in God? I stand there for a second. I look at him.
He doesn't stop.
I put a hand on his shoulder.
He jerks, continues crying, and grabs your hand, both his hands, and holds onto it like it's like his last straw in life, and he's just shaking, and he's so thin. While he's crying, ceaselessly crying, he just takes out a rolling paper and he opens a bag of Earl Grey tea and he puts the tea into the Rizla and he rolls it up and starts smoking fucking tea leaves in front of you, crying his eyes out on the bed.
As he lights that up, I watch him. I let him go on. I see his eyes getting completely red, his cheeks swollen. I wait for him to finish it before I smack the side of the bed. I say, will you pray with me?
Yeah, I'll pray with you. I'll pray with you.
And I nod in silence, and I sit down on the floor on my knees. And I don't want to completely take my eyes off him. So I'll pray aloud, looking at him as I go along.
He gets awkwardly down on his knees in front of you, slightly out of arm's length. With tears streaming down his face, he does his best. You get to Francis' door just as it closes in front of you from the inside. There's a big man's fucking muscle neck inside, just inside the window. And the door is closed. He's got his back blocking all sight. What the fuck is going on in there?
But the door hasn't been locked shut.
Nope,
yet?
the screws are coming. The screws are still 10 cells away. It's gonna take them a while. They need to check the prisoner, that the prisoner is sitting down. They need to do the lock, double the check, knock on the door, go to the next one. That's gonna take a bit. You've got about 3 minutes, 2-3 minutes before that happens.
Is it something I can do?
You can rip open the door, of course.
Yes, but...
You can't have much force keeping it closed because there shouldn't be much to hold on to in there. But it's keeping it closed as good as it can.
I won't rip it open, but I will... Maybe I can bang on it without anyone noticing. There's so much noise here, right?
Yeah. Bang up, bang up, bang up.
So I make a bum, bum, bum on the door so they will open it. And then I just stand back and hopes that the one who is standing in front of Francis is just opening up because he thinks it's the screws.
Inside the cell, things are starting to be a bit uncomfortable. He's standing in front of the door now. Big fucker. Donnie. And he's just looking at you, looking at the pictures. First, that's all he's doing. Looking at the pictures. He's looking at you. He's got his bag there, and then you hear some... No, fuck, what is that? Oh no. No. Yeah. If you're staring at the pictures, what do you do, Francis?
I turn my head to briefly look at this man. What is he doing?
He's got his pants down. Yep. Fuck. He's looking at you, he's looking at the pictures, and... Bam, bam, bam! He almost falls outside, dragging his pants up. The door opens towards you, that's the way it opens. He falls outside, pants down, cock up in the air, and the laughing begins. He just tears through the wing. Donnie just looks around himself, collects his shit, and rolls into the cell and tries to drag the door shut. But a screw is already there, opening the door. So what's going on here, gentlemen?
I'm, for the first time, generally at a loss of words. I generally don't understand what just happened. The ridiculousness of this individual I'm with. And then suddenly he falls out of the cell. I simply sit on the lower bunk, look forward and say, "No idea, officer."
"Oh, just having me a shit." The scrub, a Indian lady, about in her 50s, thick set. I looked down. Oh son. I will give you a minute." And she goes outside and just... You see some other screws going raising their eyebrows at her.
I just try and lay back in this bottom bunk, thinking to myself, wonderful, some sort of pervert, just what I wanted.
He's got his trousers up, he steps out of the cell, approaches the screw, and they start talking. You go away a little bit, it's like, "Are you up to your old tricks again? How many times have I told you that indecent exposure is not a thing that we do in this prison?" She's starting to give him, telling to. And in the meanwhile, the door is open. And only Francis is in the room. And you're close by, Alice.
Yeah, I slip in.
You can feel you can't hold it much longer. You feel that you're burning. You're burning whatever drives you these nights.
Yeah. My intention is just to tell him that I am here and then fuck off. So I won't...
You're gonna have to drop the shadows now.
In that case, I want to get out because I can't be caught in there.
No, you can't. I mean, it's a risk. How much is the risk? If you talk to him, you will be seen.
Then I will fuck off.
Oh, shit. You're gonna need to rouse in order to be able to make it even out of the ward again. You're gonna have to rouse again.
The roll is fine.
You could probably. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like that's a long argument going on there. You're gonna have a minute.
To get out?
Yeah, you're gonna have time to say hi to Francis and get out. You feel good. You got this under control.
Good.
The shadows aren't going anywhere.
Okay. Then I will slip in. And just as I did with Paul, I want to be gentle and not jump scare him. And just like a hand on the shoulder and I whisper, I'll be back, Francis.
Even though you do it quite gently, I still start just for a moment. Sort of, what? God, that's unsettling.
And she's just there. She's just sitting there on the bed. You see her just fine. She's there. She's fucking in your cell, in the middle of a male-only prison.
Francis, don't do anything stupid. I will be back, okay?
I'll do my best, Alice.
Yeah, I know you will. And you're smart. You can get around this guy. Just find out the other side of crazy. You know, something triggers him, but what soothes him. You can figure it out. Just use your brain, Francis. That's what it's for, okay?
I let out a low groan at the idea of working out what soothes this clearly disturbed individual.
You'll be fine. Then I get up and I will try to get out.
You meet the Indian lady in the door just as she pushes Donnie in through the door and bangs it shut after. Opens the hatch. Remember? Good boy, yeah? Donnie nods. Yeah, mom. Yeah, mom. Good boy. And then she's gone. And you're out. On the landing. Most of the screws have already left. This one and the 4 who are escorting her. One of them with a plastic see-through shield in case they need to, work with someone in the cells. They're starting to move now towards the radial in the middle.
Yeah, I will follow them and then try to get out.
Slip out behind her. She's last.
Yeah.
Locks up the wing.
Yeah.
She goes down the spiral staircase all the way down, past the pool tables, past the kiosk where all the slips of ordering items from the canteen spread out. She goes past the 2 guard cages, and you see she's heading straight for the administration wing, where is 1 possible exits. There's administration wing and there's intake wing. 2 of the guards are going towards intake wing. Their door is opening. If you're going to go to intake wing, now is your chance. Intake wing is shorter, but it has more security. Administration, fucking maze. Almost no security.
The one where I'm least to be seen. I have time to just to be stealthy or whatever, but so I will take the longer route.
Yeah, you're going with most of the screws.
Yeah.
They're talking, chatting, and trying to keep their hilarity down a little bit, but they're tearing into the prisoners, talking all kinds of shit about them. Okay, so what's new with you and the B366 then? Yeah. He keeps on trying. He keeps on saying it. You know what he was want to do this time? No. Don't tell me. No. It's gonna be something No. It was actually just, this time was it like a genuine, simple business proposition. He wanted to give me, it's like he somehow scored, he says, like 2 iPads that he wants to give to my kids. I don't know. I mean, he's an obvious spice junkie, so it's like, but it's kind of cute, right? They move through the hallway, cafeteria room. One of them stops for a coffee, drinks. The others, one of them walks up to a cabinet, start taking out their civilian clothes, and taking off the uniforms. There's still a couple of locked doors here, so you'll have to wait.
Yeah, I am, but I'm also watching them as I watch the prisoners, trying to kind of look for odd behavior or, just if things are memorable in any way.
Mm-hmm. I would like you to do a suitable kind of perception-ish roll here.
Yeah, awareness maybe?
Yeah. I mean, that's gonna lean you into vibes and so on. If it is details in behavior and so on.
Yeah.
How about insight?
Insight, yes, insight, of course. Of course, that is the skill.
Wits plus insight, maybe?
Yeah. This got to be fairly quick. So wits plus insight.
Nope.
Yeah, now that he's chatting away, there's absolutely nothing out of the ordinary whatsoever with this bunch. I mean, they seem... One of them is really tired. She can't have been here for very long. Woman in her 40s, local from the sounds of it, and she's just, exhausted. None of the others really seem to be motivated to help her. She's probably going to be the one who's easiest to follow out. Her mind seems to be somewhere else. Maybe she's got some bad news today or something.
How is the ratio between men and women in the guards?
There's a lot of women.
Yeah.
It's more than 50%, actually.
That's good.
And most of them are looks like they're from the local area. There's some, you can hear, there's one loud kid, it must be from London, but he's incessantly talking about some sort of sociological theory, and the other ones are just frowning at him all the time.
Yeah.
Outside, the lights start to turn off. Boom! There goes induction wing. Boom! There goes B wing. Boom! C wing. It's not dark or anything like that outside. Just not bright. A shitty gloom that seeps through the little windows into the cells. Where Paul is praying. And where Francis is sitting uncomfortably on the bed. The first shouts start coming up. Nighty. It's muffled. You can't hear too much through the metal doors. But the bangs and some of the shouting can be heard, at least from the 10 or so cells that are closest to you. There's a repetitive rhythm that starts going up around your cell, Paul, as you are praying. More sleep, more sleep, more sleep, more sleep. And your prayer mate and cellmate is starting to sniffle. He's like, I can't go on praying, I gotta do it.
Mosley will cut ya, Mosley will cut ya, Mosley will cut ya. Sing us a song, sing us a song.
Do what you have to do, I say, and I watch him.
Gets up to the little window, pressing his face, tear-streaked face, against it. Silent night, oh holy night, oh his. In tears, he fumbles through Nursery rhyme after nursery rhyme. I keep him awake for an hour. He doesn't know all the words, but he's good at hiding his tears, and his voice can just come through as a little bit of broken. He's not a good singer, but he does it.
What's the reaction from outside?
Some sniggering, but then silence. You can hear somebody snoring. You can hear someone else crying.
Good Marshall.
Voices come from the other cells.
I turn a little in my bunk, not sure which is worse, having listened to some poor, broken man sing nursery rhymes for an hour, or the threat of impending assault and death. I'm really not sure which is worse in this hell.
Yeah. It's hard to sleep, to say the least. So, what are you trying to think about as you lie there in the bed? Or even trying to sleep?
I suppose for a little while, I try and even remember what the hell we're supposed to be doing. It was all delivered in such a stupid, unprofessional manner. We're supposed to what? Find a blank body hiding in the prison. What does that even mean? It's meaningless drivel.
Yeah, she said something about the cases of anemia have been increasing in frequency at an alarming rate in this prison. And from our initial calculations, this prison should, given the condition of the prisoners, contain at least 3 blank bodies.
Wonderful.
That's 3 before Rudy gets delivered in a week. Yes, that was it. Rudy was going to be delivered. The Danish authorities have given him up and he's coming here.
I think to myself, how wonderful. Find 3 blank bodies, including Rudy, with what? Well, let's see. The last operation, to find 1 blank body, we had 2 or 3 highly trained units, a whole entire squad, a whole facility. Now to find 3, we have a fucking Ziploc bag.
Start casting about in the room. It's old, this cell, but it's kind of clean. There are wires, electrical wires, semi-exposed, leading into the plug for a shaver. Maybe that's something. It looks like it could break apart the bed. Yeah, maybe that long part there. Maybe if you kick it enough times, maybe it would break loose. The little steel toilet. It's so small that you can't even push someone's head into it. Maybe you could pull out the plunger, the flusher. Maybe that can be used for something. Oh, fuck.
I almost laugh at these possibilities. I'm not even entirely sure what I want to find. Ooh, a weapon to kill the blank body in here with? Maybe I can fashion a stake. But if anything, it's better to look for hiding places. I'm going to need to... I stop for a moment and then think again how ridiculous this sounds, even in my own mind. I'm going to have to find a way of getting some easy contraband out of the bloody medical ward, just so I can appease whoever the person in that cell is and stop him murdering me in my sleep. Fuck this. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it!
At least Don is asleep. That's a relief. And then he fucking start moaning. The whole bed is shaking as it twists around inside the nightmare. This is gonna be a long fucking night.
I wonder if they have any mild sedatives I can sneak into this idiot's food and drink, and then at least he'll be in a deep sleep. Again, it's almost hilarious how I'm thinking so easily of quite awful things to do to people in here. But what can I say? It's the only weapon I have, medical knowledge. I'm not going to go back to the bunk for now. I'm going to just stay by a corner, staring. The dark.
Paul. Yeah, your cellmate, Mosley, is in his bunk. It's quiet. What's going through your mind?
It's like a society in here. A small, tucked away society, and here's the one singing good night lullabies to him, to everyone. I could imagine it actually comforts some. I'm not gonna find comfort now. Maybe in a few days, in a year, a month, or just a few days, I'll need the same thing. I have unpacked everything. I turned over the crucifix in my hand. Did any of the other cells have decorations like this? Would it be something that I could hang up without someone taking it?
You've been keeping it on the small of your back and until you, all the time since you got it. Surprisingly, no one has patted you down. You did that in the morning. No one that you've seen glancing into the other cells has had much in the way of visible, large, weaponized crucifixes, no?
I kind of smile at myself at the idea. Oh, yeah. I'll hide it away. I'm sure to need it at some point. I'll have to make use of people here. I'll have to find what I can use them for. The Bhagavad Gita. I go over my kids in my head. Go over what I can for planning. Sleep is not gonna come.
Yeah, it would have been basket training today. Would have been driving the missus to work. Works evenings these days. That day. Oh, she's got volunteer work today. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Fuck, your routine is slipping. You can't remember what you... Thinking of ordinary things. It's a good thing. It's a smart thing. Might even bring you some quiet. I would like you both to roll composure plus...
Resolve?
Yeah, we can do composure plus resolve. Yes, to see how you're just holding up during the night.
3 successes.
4.
You sleep. Before you know it, somewhere in between the practice schedule and the shopping list, you sleep. And for a few indeterminable hours, you're home. Home in dreams. Ellis steps out on the pavement outside of the prison. The woman is talking agitatedly on her cell. moving towards a beat-up car. The night shift is coming in their big GS4 wagon. Side doors open. 3 really big lads step out. And a hard woman with almost entirely black eyes. She looks pissed off, shoots a glance at the others, moves away. Like 8 feet distance at least. They're not chatting. They look like they're coming in for a fight rather than work. Night shift. They pass by you. Open the door quietly. Something makes you turn your head. The woman is looking straight at you, and then she looks away and enters the building.
Fuck. Okay. And she was one of the night shift guards.
Yep. Only woman in this night shift. It's Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday.
Okay. I try to memorize her face, so I will recognize her again.
Could it be an accident? Sure. Also not. Francis gets no sleep. Ward. B374/22. B74/22 Ward. What the fuck have you gotten yourself into?
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we play the 3rd season of the chronicle No Man is an Island for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Our storyteller was Martin Ericsson, and we were also joined by Anna-Karin Linder. The music was created by Lola Zaza, and the sound effects are from the fine folks at freesound.org, zapsplat.com, and Sirenscape. We would like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon: Martin Heuschober, Nastasia Raulerson, Simon Cooper, David, Julia, Camilla, Ludwig Manford, Bob Lange, Julián, and Cameron for their generous support. And we would of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want to support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can get access to bonus campaigns for Cult of Anti Lost and Coriolis there, as well as get early and raw access to all of our recordings. You can also hear your name read on the show as a champion of the Red Moon, as well as play Cult with us. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. And remember, death is not the end.